Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to get this ultra simple sexy fall makeup tutorial. This look is perfect for date night, it's perfect for your holiday parties, perfect for Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving, Christmas, honey. We are in fall and I am embracing it as much as I can, even though it's still like 90 degrees here. But I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you would like to see how I get this super cute look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I went ahead and did my brows off camera like usual. I used the Morphe brow cream. This is in the shade Java. Now they look a little dramatic right now, but once all the makeup, all the eyeshadow and everything gets added, it'll make much more sense. So to prime my eyelids today, we're going to be using the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is in the shade Fairest. This is just going to make sure that all the colors, all the pigments, everything pops on the eyelids and we just get maximum pigmentation. So I just took a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm going to use, this is a Pro Fusion, I guess it's like a concealer brush or an eyebrow brush, but I use it to carve my eyebrows, apply concealer and all that. So I'm just going to take this and just dab this on the lid. And then I'm just going to take this in and just blend that out on the lid. Okay, so now that we look even crazier, I mean, this really just looks crazy, we are gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Resi palette. This palette I think came out like the spring of this year. I also posted a video demoing this palette, so I will either leave that link down below or I will pop the little info card up there. But it's just a great palette. It has nice warm shades which are going to be perfect for this look because we are doing a fall tutorial, and it has such a great variety of shimmer shades, so this really can just be used for any time of year. But I really like this palette for the fall just because it has the nice deep browns. So the first color that I am going to dip my Morphe M535 brush in is New Yorker. It is this very tan, kind of orangey brown shade, and we are just going to dust this shade all over the crease, and we're going to use it as a transition shade and just pop it right in the crease. Okay, so now that we have New Yorker all blended out on the lid, I am next going to go in with the shade 1988, which is this deep brown shade here. I am going to take that on a M433 brush, and this is a very pigmented palette. You know, Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes are usually very nice and quality, but you know, when the Subculture palette came out, they didn't do so hot, but I knew Amrezy would not come to play. And I'm just gonna take it low right here and then just blend that out. Okay, so now that I have both of those shades blended out, the last shade for the lid I am gonna go into is this shade here called Liddy. It's this very warm, kind of orangey burnt, glittery shimmer shade, and so I think it'll go perfect with my eyes. I am going to take this on a little Wet n Wild concealer brush. It is a very chunky glitter type, so you do not need to wet the brush or anything like that before you use it, as you can see. And I'm actually gonna just dab off a little bit of it and just plop it right on the lid. As you can see, it's doing its job. Okay, so now that I have all the eyeshadow on, I have the shimmer shade on, and she's looking cute, we're gonna take this e.l.f. Liquid eyeliner, and we're just gonna create a black line across the base. This is just gonna hide the lash band and make sure that our lashes are blended seamlessly on our eyes. So I'm just gonna quickly run this across the eye. Okay, so now that I have the eyeliner on, let's go ahead and move into the lashes. So for lashes today, we're going to be using my brand's lashes, the Prestige Beauty Bar. We are going to be taking the lashes Bougie, which looks like this here. It is a nice wispy lash. It's super dramatic, as you can see, and I am going to just apply these really quickly off camera so we can move on to the face. Okay, so now we have our lashes on. As you can see, they provide literally the perfect amount of drama for this look, and we are just letting them sit. So now let's go ahead and get into the face. So I wanted to throw in a quick disclaimer here. All the products that I am using today, with the exception of my lashes, the eyeshadow palette, and my lip gloss, can be found at a Target, an Ulta, a Walmart, a beauty supply store. I am all for looking glam and having makeup on a budget, so I just wanted to throw that in here. For primer today, we're going to be using the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio. This is the Blur and Pore Minimize Primer. We want to be looking super smooth, so I'm just going to take a little bit of the primer, run it in between my fingers, and then I am just going to rub this all over the face. And as you can see, my face just looks amazingly smooth. For foundation today, we are going to be using my all-time favorite foundation. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. This is the best foundation I have ever used. I have used foundations from the spectrum of $5 to $50, and this one reigns supreme. It is smoothing, it is blurring. It says matte and poreless, but it is not drying at all. It feels amazing, and this is going to last you all day and all night at all of your holiday parties, at all of your get-togethers, date night. It is just an amazing foundation. So I'm going to take this on the back of my hand and just get a little bit out. A little bit too much fell out. And then I am just going to take a small eyeshadow brush, and then I am just going to apply this onto my face like so. Just getting it everywhere. And I like to steer clear of directly under the eye because we're going to add concealer there, and I really want it to have a brightening effect, but we are just going to apply this everywhere else. Now we're going to take our beauty blender and just blend this out all over. As you can see, it blends in amazingly to the skin, and it is super smooth, super blurring. That primer is working amazing with the foundation. And don't forget to take the foundation on your neck because lines of demarcation are real. And we're just going to continue to blend this out. Okay, so now that the foundation is all blended out, we're gonna go in with concealer. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. This is in the shade 145W. This concealer is amazing. It's $9. I did a video on the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation and concealer. I use the entire line, so if you want to check that out, I'll also leave that in the little eye above. But this is just a great concealer. It's about a shade or two lighter than what I would normally go, which I like because it gives me that brightening effect. So we're just going to take the concealer and just add little dabs of it under the eye, and we're just going to go all the way around. And then we're going to also take the concealer and put it some on the chin, right above the lip, and we're also going to add some to the center of my forehead, and this is just going to give a brightening effect to everywhere where the sun hits. And I'm also just going to add a little streak going right down the middle of my nose, just to contour the nose a little bit. And we're gonna take that same beauty blender and just blend everything out. And you want to blend this out softly because you want the brightness to still be seen. So I'm not gonna press it into the skin as much as I did the foundation. Just kind of get those edges blended out. And you can see I am softly pressing, and you can still see the brightness on my chin. For setting powder today, we're going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This is in the shade Deep. This is my all-time favorite setting powder. I have tried Laura Mercier, I have tried NYX, I have tried Cover FX. Nothing sets better and looks better under my eyes than this powder here. There is absolutely no flashback. It is seamless, it is beautiful, it is flawless. Anything positive that I can say about this powder, definitely get it. And it's inexpensive, so definitely add this. I'm gonna just take some right on this beauty blender, and it usually picks up a lot, but we don't want this much powder. So what I like to do is just dab off the excess right on top, and as you can see, all that powder that just flew off. And now that looks a whole lot better. And we're gonna take this and we're going to press this into the skin. We don't want to bake, we want to just press it right into the skin. And it is just going to smooth and right under. You see how that under eye is just nice and smooth? That's exactly what you want. So as you can see, those under eyes are nice and bright, they're nice and lifted, and we're gonna do the same thing for those same areas that we put the rest of the concealer, and we're just going to dab in that powder and just make sure that those areas are completely set. So now that our base is set and the skin is looking bomb.com, we're gonna go right into contour. And for contour today, I'm gonna be using the Black Radiance. This is actually their pressed powder. I just get it in about a shade or two darker than my regular skin tone. If I'm not mistaken, this one is in the shade Ebony, and as you can see, I have been loving it and using it profusely. So I'm just gonna take a Wet n Wild contour brush and just swirl this all over the palette just to make sure that I'm getting coverage everywhere. Dab off the excess of your contour. It's gonna make the world of a difference. And we're gonna just take that brush and start right up here. I like to start close to the top of my ear. So we're gonna start right up here and then just bring it down and upwards. You don't wanna blend your contour down. As you can see, it's already starting to create a nice shadow. You want to blend your contour in an upward motion because you want it to sculpt the cheek. That's what you want it to do, and that's exactly what it's doing now. So now we're going to move on to blush, and for blush today we're going to be using the Sephora Spice Market palette. I know I said that everything was going to be drugstore, but I had to include this. This is an awesome palette for deep skin tones. It has 2 highlight shades, 2 blush shades, and then 2 bronzer shades. This highlight shade looks like it'll appear on the skin white, but it is this beautiful golden color that pops so beautifully on deep skin tones. But I am really going to be looking at this orange shade here. I like to use this as a bronzer or a blush because we have a warmer eyeshadow look going on. I want to go in with this shade here. So I am actually going to take this on a Real Techniques blush brush, and I am just going to dab right into that orange shade. And as you can see, it's very pigmented, so I'm going to dust off any excess because we want it to be a very soft blush look. And then I'm just gonna kind of smile a little bit and just add it right along the back portion of the apple of my cheek, and then blend it upward because we don't want to look like an old lady. We don't want big rosy cheeks. We want to sculpt. So I like to take my blush kind of on the back end of the cheekbone, right behind the cheek, and then just blend it in an upward motion. And it just looks so much more prettier and it blends in so much nicer. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so before I add my highlight and finish up the face, I always like to go in with the ColourPop. This is their Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. I love using this after I put all of my powder on because it really just helps to melt everything in the skin, and it kind of takes away this kind of matte dry look and really gives it a nice dewy look. And please do not let these YouTubers tell you that if you have oily skin you cannot use a dewy setting spray or dewy products, because when used correctly it'll give you that glow from within, and I know that's exactly what you want. So I'm just gonna shake this up really quick, and now I'm going to just set my face really quickly with this spray. So for highlight today, I wanted to use the Artist Couture Jackie Aina collab, but because you guys cannot purchase this anymore, I don't want to include it, because then if you like it and you're like, Makayla, why did you include a product that I cannot buy? So for highlight today, I'm gonna go in instead with the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. This is in the shade Molten Gold. It is perfect for deep skin tones, and it's gonna go in with our goldeny lid vibes. So I'm gonna take this on a Milani highlighter brush. If you guys remember when Anastasia came out with their own highlighter brush, this is a literal exact dupe for that highlight brush. It has the same exact shape, the same exact like Brussels. It has the same exact shape, it has the same exact bristles. It literally is the exact dupe, and this one is only $9 as opposed to I think $23. So definitely pick this up. I'm gonna just drag it right into the Molten Gold, and then I'm gonna take my ColourPop hyaluronic acid mist and just spray that, so this will have a nice wet look. And now I'm going to take this and literally just apply it right here. You want to start applying it right there, and as you can see, it's providing a nice subtle glow, so it's giving more of a skin-like glow as opposed to super dramatic highlighter glow. And that's exactly what we want, and it looks like skin. It's so pretty. Okay guys, so we are almost finished with this look. I'm going to quickly go off camera and smoke out my lower lash line using those shades that I used in the crease, and I'll be right back and we'll get on to the lips and complete this look. Okay, so I have now smoked out the lower lash line. I used those same colors that I used up in the crease, but I put the shade Gorgina, this little shimmer shade here. I put that right on the inner corner just to kind of give it a little bit of pop. So for lip liner today, I'm going to be using my tried and true NYX liner. This is in the shade Chestnut. As you can see, it's almost gone because I love it that much, but we're just going to quickly line the lips. So now I'm going to fill that in with this is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil. This is in the shade BFF3, and I am just going to fill in this portion of the lip. Next, I'm going to take this nude lipstick by Maybelline. This is in the shade 65 Seductress. This is their Superstay Matte Ink. And I am just going to take a little bit of this and just add it right in the center of the lips. just kind of go right there and just pop it up, and you see how it gives it a nice kissable lip. And you guys know I love a gloss, so for gloss today, we're also going to be using a gloss from my brand. This is the Peach Deluxe Gloss from the Prestige Beauty Bar. It is so creamy, it's buttery, it's smooth, and it lasts, honey. And I am just going to take a drop of this right in the center. So you see Peach Deluxe just give it a nice little pop. It makes it a super kissable lip. So we are now completely done with this makeup look. I am going to take these pin curls out, and then I'm going to change, and then we're going to come back and conclude the video. Okay guys, so I am back. I took down my hair. This is a different wig than I've been wearing in my last video. This is a nice body wave wig from a hair company that I cannot disclose yet. I just threw on this ultra cute comfy sweater from Fashion Nova. If I remember, I will link it down below if I can remember which one this is, but this is a completed look, and as you can see, this is just so simple. It's so cute, it's sexy, and I mean, my hair just ties it all in together. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Be sure to click that subscribe button at the bottom of this video along with the bell notification icon so that you're notified every time I post a video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.